Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for staying tuned each and every Sunday. Here is another episode of the LookUP verse series brought to you by Tyler Pruitt. This is his second episode. Check him out on Instagram at the Rise, Kill, Eat podcast. Check him out. Check out his podcast as well. But in this episode, he reads from Matthew. He talks about how God is asking the disciples, like, who do you think I am? And, you know, a lot of times as Christians, we have this bank of, oh, you're my savior, you're my rock. But he talks about, like, he thinks the deeper meaning is what God, or Jesus wants to know who he is within our hearts, how we truly feel about him, not just the words we say, but how he affects us in our hearts. So enjoy this episode. Again, there's two ways to be a part of this series. One, you can make a video for us, reach out on Facebook, Instagram, or email me at unboundedpursuit@gmail.com. Second way is share these videos with other people, copy the links, share them on your social media platforms. Otherwise, here's Tyler.
What's up, guys? My name is Tyler Pruitt. I am the host and founder of the Rise, Kill, Eat podcast. I'm thankful for the opportunity to be able to come and give another message for this LookUP series that AJ and the Unbounded Pursuit guys have put together. I've done one in the past, and I'm really thankful that I'm able to do this again. Today, I wanted to kind of discuss a passage from Matthew chapter 16. It's in verses 13 through 17. All right, so I'll go ahead and read this, and then I'll kind of get to my point that I wanted to make here. All right, so verse 13 says, "When Jesus came to the region of Caesarea Philippi, he asked his disciples, 'Who do people say the Son of Man is?' Verse 14, they replied, 'Some say John the Baptist, others say Elijah, and still others Jeremiah or one of the prophets.' Verse 15, 'But what about you?' Jesus asked. 'Who do you say I am?'" And that's really the biggest point that I wanted to make with this opportunity that AJ has given me with this devotional series here. So, I mean, obviously, whenever you turn on the news right now, the whole it seems like the whole world seems to be falling apart. You know, it's crazy to see, to be able to live in such a time where there's so much division, there's so much political hostility, there's so much even hostility within communities and churches right now. And it's crazy to live through a time like this right now for us. But back then, I mean, back whenever Jesus was walking around, back whenever the disciples were following Jesus, all this kind of stuff was going on then too. This isn't, the stuff we're experiencing now isn't anything new. Like, if you read any part of this, you're going to see that everything that we're experiencing right now, it's all stuff that is to be expected. Like, this is stuff that it tells us is going to happen, and it's going to get worse from here on out also. So it's crazy to be in a time where these are the kind of things that we're living through. All right, but to kind of hit to the point of this, they were living in times where, whenever Jesus was born, okay, King Herod, he ordered for his officials and his guards to go around and kill any of the boys that were 2 years old or younger, just because he was afraid that he was going to have to give up his power. Like, these are the types of things that were going on during this time. The kingdoms were ruled by corrupt people, and there was just all kinds of hostility and all kinds of nastiness going on. All right, so that is of course true during this time in this specific passage, whenever Jesus is much older, obviously, than he was whenever King Herod had ordered that kind of stuff. And, it's just the reflection of the type of environment that they were living in. But Jesus never really commented a whole lot on that kind of stuff. Of course, he mentioned taxes, he mentioned a few different things, but he didn't really get involved in the politics and the hostility of the world at that time. Okay, of course, he confronted a few people on some things that they were doing, but his main concern was what do the disciples think of me? Who do they think I am? And that's exactly what he's asking right here. So again, verse 13, "When Jesus came to the region of Caesarea Philippi, he asked his disciples, 'Who do the people say the Son of Man is?'" Okay, and of course his disciples, they gave a few answers: John the Baptist, Elijah, Jeremiah, maybe one of the prophets, they may be the Son of Man. And then Jesus, of course, makes it personal. Like, he turns to his disciples and like, who do you say I am, though? Who do you say I am? That's exactly what's going on here, okay? Imagine Jesus standing in front of you and asking you that very question. Jesus is standing here asking you, who do you say I am? You know, of course, I think a lot of us, those of us that, you know, maybe grew up in Sunday school, or maybe, you know, we've been a Christian for a while, we have the word bank in our brain, like, you're my savior, you're my rock, and those kind of things. But do we really believe that? Do we feel that in our heart? All right, I think that's what Jesus is getting at here. He's asking them, you know, where in your heart are you feeling who I am? And of course, kind of moving on here, verse 16, Simon Peter answered, you are the Messiah, the Son of the living God. And then right here, in verse 17, Jesus tells us who we are. Okay, he's asking us for what we think of him. Now he's telling us who we are. Okay, verse 17, blessed are you. All right, and he's talking directly to Simon, but he's telling us that we're blessed. Okay, and all throughout this book, this very book right here, and the other gospels that continue on, he tells us that we're blessed. He tells us we're forgiven. He tells us we're loved, we're reconciled, we're redeemed. All these things are true for us disciples who have built a relationship with Jesus. We have prioritized our relationship with Jesus, and we continue to every day. So what I want to challenge you guys moving forward is every morning when you wake up, every day throughout the day, and every evening, pretty much any opportunity that you guys get, imagine Jesus standing in front of you asking this very question. Who do you say I am? Okay, and the way you answer that question is going to determine how you feel about the situation right now. All right, so thank you guys for another opportunity to do another LookUP series with the Unbounded Pursuit guys. I appreciate it. My name is Tyler Pruitt. I'll check you guys later.